What is up, YouTube? In this video, look, we had an absolute banger of a day today where we made $5,000 day trading the Nasdaq. We've made $11,500 in the past 2 days alone. We've been on a major hot streak and we've been absolutely crushing it. We're going to go over today's trades and today's recap, but I wanted to make this video a little bit different for you guys where I break down the trade, but I also explain what every trader needs to do in order to succeed as a trader, and why this thing I'm going to go over is extremely important and will be the reason for your success or failure. So let's go ahead and dive into the chart here. We're going to go over where I took these trades. Now, I took a series of trades where I was break even. I took some trades going back to market open where we did have a little bit of chop. I got chopped up a little bit during the open. So we ended up being break even right at open early morning. And then we got around to midday where we looked very bearish and I took some shorts. Now, I took one short where it stopped me out for break even. I believe it was on this candle here, but where I got into profit was here. I saw this big move down. We weren't able to make new highs, and we saw a big move down and Delta was showing some weakness. So I ended up getting in on a pretty aggressive entry. Normally I won't get in on this aggressively, but I got in about right into here at the support line, anticipating the break below support and the move down. I did end up catching that, and I got out pretty quickly for a profit that set me up. I believe it was like 1.6 on the day. Spread out between 3 accounts. I do trade 3 accounts on a trade copier. So it put me about 1.6 on the day. I took a break. I went to the gym and then just came back. And so all of this kind of chopped around in here. And then I came back and I saw this right in here. This sparked my interest because we had tried to make a new low and we did. But if you look at Delta, Delta's not making new lows here, indicating that this is a very weak sell-off. We call this a Delta divergence. It's in my course. This is a very weak sell-off because Delta is not making new lows while price is making new lows. Okay. So this just told me it was very, very weak. We saw a run up right here. And then this is where I took the trade to go long. This is my last trade of the day that set me up $5,000 on the day. Now, I took a trade here on this candle and set a stop loss just below the top of this wick right here in case we wanted to come down and retest the top of this wick. I set it just below in case we wanted to retest it. That way I wouldn't get stopped out. But a break below the top of this wick would no longer validate the trade for me. Fortunately, we did not do that. I took the long here and I rode it all the way up, and I rode it until the top of this range here where we have resistance up here, and I got out just before we tested VWAP. So very, very good trade. I know being in this for 5, 10, 15, 20, about 20 minutes of trade time on this, and it was just overall a great trade. But I want to go over something else. I want to go over what is the most important thing as a trader that will either make or break you, and that's stop losses. I kind of talked about it a little bit, but that's stop losses. If we go back to mid-morning or just basically market open, I was up and down, up and down, up and down, where I was red on the day, and then I was green on the day, and then I was red again, it was break even, and I never got into a deep, deep hole. And lately I've focused on really tight stop losses and just obeying them. And it's also forced me to be a more patient trader. But if you have a stop loss, obey it and don't let trades blow up your account. You know, the whole purpose of being a trader is keep your losses small and your winners big. It's easier said than done. But once you can master that skill and get good at it, you'll find yourself being extremely successful as a trader. And that's been the biggest pivot point for me in my trading career. And if I go and look at this trade, like let's use my last trade as an example. When I got into this trade, right, I got into right here, I had a stop loss just below this wick, right? Because if we flushed this bottom, it would be a move like this over here. Aggressive, right? Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. And that's exactly what happened, right? We flushed. If we look right here and go straight over, we flushed the support and it was an aggressive move. I don't want to be caught in that, right? I don't want a trade to go against me that badly. So I'm going to set a stop loss, and it's going to be tight, and it's going to be something that I can manage, and I'm okay with losing. I never let my losses be bigger than my winners, right? Because one good trade can wipe out 2 to 3 losing trades, and that's what you want to aim for. And that's exactly what I did here. I set a stop loss that was about right here, just a few points. See, I got in around 40 there, and my stop loss was just below the top of that wick at 27. So it was a 13-point stop loss. I was risking 13 points. And on this trade, I go 40 and I got out around about 80. I took a 40-point move, right? I gained 40 points out of the Nasdaq with a 13-point stop loss. All right. My winners are always bigger than my losers. And so that is the biggest thing you can do as a trader. If you get into trading and you're wanting to have success with it, you want it to be long-term and have longevity in this field, stop losses are key, and they will be major, major, major to your success. So with that said, guys, we've been on a roll. I'm loving it. We're going to look to finish the week strong. Might size down the rest of the week. But fam, if you like this kind of content, smash the like button. Help me out a ton. Hit the subscribe button down below. And guys, I will see you in the next video.